at the end of our first half. It was a bit slow.
It was, yes.
Anyway, yes. So here's the final item of the first half. Don't forget, the interval is only 20 minutes. This song was written during the war. Noel Coward was hitching a lift on a Royal Naval destroyer, something which he did quite often. Indeed, questions were asked in Parliament. I don't think you could do that sort of thing nowadays. Anyway, it was written, as I say, during the war, and it follows the theme of many of Noel Coward's writings, and that was a great pride about being English, most of all in the stoicism of the British. When things were pretty bad, he could still find something to say about it.
That's the longest introduction you've ever done.
We are told very loudly and often to lift up our hearts. We are told that good humour will soften fate's cruelest darts. So however bad our domestic fortunes may be, we just shake with amusement and sing with glee. Hey ho, Mum's had those pains again, Granny's in bed with her varicose veins again. Everyone's gay because dear cousin Florrie was run down on Saturday night by a lorry. We're so glad Elsie's miscarriage occurred on the Wednesday after her marriage. When Albert fell down all the steps of the town hall, he got 3 bad cuts and a bruise. We're delighted to be able to say we're unable to pay off our debts. We're excited because Percy's got mange and we've run up her bill at the vets. 3 cheers, Ernie's got boils again, everything's covered in ointments and oils again. Now he's had 7, so God's in his heaven, and that is the end of the news. We are told that it's dismal and dreary to air our despair. We are told to be gallant and cheery and banish life's care. So when fortune gives us a cup of hemlock to quaff, we just give a slight hiccup and laugh, laugh, laugh. Hey ho, everything's fearful. We do wish that Vi were a little more cheerful. The only result of her last operation has been gales of wind at the least provocation. Now don't laugh. Poor Mrs. Mason was washing some smalls in the lavatory basin when that old corroded gas heater exploded and blew her smack into the Mews. We're in clover. Uncle George is in clink for refusing to work for the war. Now it's over. Auntie Maud seems to think he'll be much better placed than before. What fun! Dear little Sidney produced a spectacular stone in his kidney. Now he's had 11, so God's in his heaven, and that is the end of the news. Hey ho, what a catastrophe. Grandfather's brain is beginning to atrophy. Last Sunday night after eating an apple, he made a rude noise in the Methodist chapel. Good egg, dear cousin Doris has just been expelled for assaulting Miss Morris. Both of her sisters are covered in blisters from standing about in the queues. We've been done in by that mortgage foreclosure, and father went out on a blind. He's been run in for indecent exposure and ever so heavily fined. Hey ho, hey diddle diddle, Aunt Isabel's shingles have met in the middle. She's buried in Devon, so God's in his heaven, and that is the end of the news.